Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D Dun here, the most chill COD player, bringing you some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare action. Today's video, what I have for you is 117 kills and 6v6 domination, not ground war, um, on the map. Comeback using the ASM-1. Pretty standard assault class setup. You got the UAV with the threat detection, speed, extra time, bombing run, the assault drone with rockets and AI control, and then the warbird with aggressor. Normally I run the warbird with extra time, but it adds so much. It adds like 2 or 3 extra kills in between your last streak and that one. And whenever you're running assault, you really just want to like keep things rolling. You want to just keep those streaks coming in, especially if you're going for 100 plus. So I decided to just go ahead and take off the extra time, and it worked out pretty well for me. I was just able to keep cycling through my streaks over and over and over and over again. And like I said, I ended up getting 117 kills. Also got a double vicious medal. One of those I think was like a 40 something kill streak, but it's whatever. I was could have had the triple vicious pretty easily. These guys were not very good, of course, and I just died stupid ways, just not playing as smart as I probably should have been when going for a gameplay like a triple vicious or something. But excuse me. Um, Today, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, a new patch just dropped, and there's a lot of stuff in here, and I think there's a lot of really good stuff. So I kind of want to talk about it, and then also what I want to do in light of this patch. 1 noob, 2 noob, 3 move, get down. That's a 3-piece. And some stuff that I want to do with these new buffed weapons and stuff. So first of all, let's go over the patch notes. I've read through these once, so I kind of have an idea of what's going on here. So hopefully I'm not just going to be reading, just verbatim off the screen. But there's a lot of jibble jabble about like prestige masters. They added some new prestiges, and in case you don't know, each prestige after you go on past master prestige, you get to unlock an elite weapon. Some of the elite weapons are not very sought after, like the Speakeasy's not in there, the AK-12 RIP isn't in there, the HBR Insanity isn't in there. So that's all really unfortunate. They also released a new DLC weapon, the Ohm, which is an LMG shotgun hybrid. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of that. I don't have the season pass, and I don't really buy much DLC. So, I don't really know if I'll ever get to play with it, but another big thing, if you play League Play or Ranked Play, whatever they call it in this game, they added a probation timer if you quit out a game, so that's really important. Now, here's the big stuff that I want to talk about. They have here just connectivity optimizations. Now, I did hop on a little bit this morning, and I noticed that the connections were actually seemed worse, but at the same time, they were a little bit better. I know that doesn't make sense at all. It said that there were a lot of people on 2 bars, so there was a lot of people skipping. So it was okay, but I also drew host a game, which I've never drawn host before. I only know this because I got tired of the lag and quit out, and there was a host migration. So you're wondering if you had host, why are we lagging so much? Well, it's because we have an Apple TV, and in case you don't know, it's like a streaming device for your TV. And I was streaming some YouTube videos, like some little Einsteins, baby Einsteins, Frozen, stuff like that for her. And so, it really hindered things down there. Let's see, what else do we have here? But anyway, so I don't really know what connectivity optimizations they made there, but we'll have to see if those pan out. Matchmaking improvements when in a party. I really hope that means that they try and match parties up with other parties or something like that. That would be nice. They also added more daily supply drop challenges, which is pretty cool. Because a lot of times you can complete the challenge in one game and then you have to wait 24 hours in order to get a new one. Then other ones is just fixed a rare issue where ... fixed a rare issue where ... Now here's the big stuff. We're weapon balancing updates. Now some of these I don't really understand, but some of them I think are pretty awesome. The first one here is heavy weapons increase player movement speed by 5%. So that's a pretty big deal actually, because when you have guns like the Amelie, when you have guns like the laser guns and stuff like that, the EM1 I think it's called. Um, that's kind of a big deal because one of the biggest downsides to those guns is the fact that you move so slow in a game and so fast. So that's pretty awesome. It says corrected scopes on the AE4. I think they already kind of talked about that. It's just where your shots come out in the reticle. So that's I don't know. That really doesn't pertain much to me unless you buy the DLC. MK14 reduced recoil. Really, that gun just needs a really massive fire rate buff, in my opinion, and then a little bit of a range buff. ARX 160 increased magazine size. Now, Drifter put out a video and said that they also increased the rate of fire, which I don't think it. I think the ARX is better than the IMR, but I know a lot of people do not feel that way. I like the ARX better, so I don't really think that's a huge deal if they increase the rate of fire. I do think that's a pretty big buff. The AMR 9, which is the really god awful 1, 2, 3 noobs. That's a 3-piece. The AMR 9 got increased damage, decreased time between bursts. So that's really good. Hopefully that'll be a little bit more viable. The KF5 mid-range damage increased, which is a big deal because that was the only other SMG that could come close to competing with the ASM1. And now with the ASM1 nerf, hopefully, the KF5 will be even more viable. Pretty excited about that. The Alice 45 pistol got a mid damage range increase, max damage range increase. So maybe you might start seeing people run, pistol secondaries more. I think that would actually be really good because the secondaries in this game are just awful. The PDW, which is another secondary, also got increased damage. Shotguns reduced spread when using gunho. The S12 got increased fire rate and increased damage. The EPM3 reduced recoil. That gun, I mean, it needs it. That gun is just awful. Links reduce recoil. That gun will never be good no matter what you do to it because it's a 2-shot. Sniper. The ASM1, this, like I said, was the ASM1 nerf. They slightly reduced the initial fire rate. So, if you've ever played with the ASM1, which I'm sure all of you guys have, basically what this means is you have that those first 8 to 10 bullets or whatever that shoot really fast. So if you just tap the trigger, you can absolutely just melt people, especially if you're using a gun like the Magnitude or anything like that, or the Speakeasy, which has even faster fire rate on top of that. Basically, they just took out those first 8 to 10 faster shots. I don't know how that guy melted me there, but anyway, they just took that out so it just has a flat fire rate. I think this is really good. One thing that, like I said, Drifter said in his video was that the stats are almost completely identical to the MSMC from Black Ops 2, and I love the MSMC to death, so I think I'm still probably going to really enjoy the ASM1. I'm grinding on this Prestiges to try and unlock some elite weapons for the first time ever, and then the rest of the stuff is just fixed a rare occasion where this and that, and they changed the kill feed up a little bit. But anyway, that's everything for you guys. I'm really excited. Hopefully I can bring you guys some DNA bombs or some vicious metals or something with all these new buffed guns, and I can give you more honest feedback on each one. And if you